All right, welcome back, everyone. Bruno Buquerque here from ELT in Brazil. This is my partner, Walter Curti. And today we're here for the last video regarding the tasks in Delta Module 1. So today we're talking about task 3, paper 2. It's worth a bunch of marks. And it talks about, it's a task that focuses around the controversial topics in ELT. So how good are you at playing devil's advocate when talking about PPP or teacher talking time? Let's see, today that's the focus. I'll see you in a minute, in a second, actually. Roda a vinheta.
5. Okay, we're back. And Bruno, can I start sharing?
Sure.
Yep.
This is a
Here we
very
go.
nice task.
Yes, it's a nice task. In this one, I'm going to start with a recommendation already, right? So first thing, it's worth 40 marks. It's a bunch of marks, just like Bruno said. Things to keep in mind. Examples, when we say examples, I really mean your experience. You can draw from your own experience, and I know you have many there, right? Many examples you can think of. Theories of learning, things that are related to that, and your personal experience as a teacher. Well, Bruno.
Yep. So
Yours.
task 3 is a brainstorming task. You're asked to read the task and write as many points as you can think on the topic. For example, the text for this task is reproduced below. It is an extract from an article in an English language teaching journal. It says, many teachers believe that they should at all times reduce their own talking time and increase that of their students. A, what reasons are there for reducing teacher talking time and increasing student talking time? And B, how do learners benefit from teacher talking time in a lesson? So from my experience with mocks, and again, Walter and I are not tutors, we're deltees, but my experience here, Walter, is that A and B are always the same question, but let's say upside down, right? So letter A is, why do you want low TTT? And B, why would you want a bit higher TTT, right? So
and as you mentioned, the topic is always going to be something controversial. There is something that many people out there do not agree about. In this case, it's about teacher talking time, the so-called TTT. Should it be higher? Should it be lower? That kind of thing. But it could be about inductive teaching and deductive teaching, and there's just so many out there, right? But yeah, I think that the way that the question, or the way that the questions are displayed are usually what you said. They are always like, okay, why should we do this? And then the other one, why shouldn't we do this? Right?
Yeah.
It's always like, it was like, you gotta have an opinion, but you're gonna have to think about the positive and the negative aspects of the same thing, right? Yeah. So let's say you are one of those teachers who think that TTT should be low. When you look at task A, you're gonna talk about your own beliefs. But when you look at part B, then you're gonna play the devil's advocate, and you're gonna have to talk about something that is opposite to what you believe in, right? And I think we can think of some examples here, right, Bruno?
Yeah. Just a reminder, as this is a brainstorming task, teachers, well, let's say candidates, should try to have around 15 bullet points for each, right?
Yeah, because it is a
and around,
brainstorming activity, and there are 40 marks available. But I mean, I know you had a lot of time when you took your Delta. I didn't. I don't think I wrote 15 for each. But
Mhm.
I think that, but I think I got some good marks in this one.
Mhm.
I don't remember the topic though of mine.
Mhm. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think mine was PPP, presentation practice
Oh,
production, if
oh
I'm
man,
not
so much
mistaken.
to say.
So much
So
to say,
much to
right?
say. So much to
Yeah.
say. Yes. Yes.
Can we try them?
Sure.
So A, reasons to reduce teacher talking time, Walter. Uh to Maria Gabriela, you say one and I'll say another.
So, okay. It's that old thing that the lessons for the students, not for us. So
Mhm.
I would say that it increases the, or maybe encourages,
Mhm.
maybe even promotes, no, encourage, no, increase, it increases
Student
the
talking time.
students talking
Mhm.
time. I'm already thinking of another one, but go. You
Mhm.
go, yeah.
If the teacher's not speaking, the teacher can monitor the class. So well, we can write it like that. It's all right, I think. But if you
Okay,
want to write it more
I would
delta-ish,
say it helps the teacher to balance uh,
um,
the
to
time
to
they
monitor.
spend
Hmm.
monitoring.
Hmm.
Monitoring. Yeah. Do you
Hmm.
think that works? Yeah.
It's all right. Hmm.
It's all right. Okay.
What else?
I think it's
Um, uh,
I think we could say something like the students expect to
to do
speak,
most of the speaking in class, yeah.
to do most of the speaking. What do you think?
Uh-huh. In some contexts, I would add,
Yes. In
because
some,
I've read that Japanese students and Vietnamese students, they like the classroom hierarchy in which the teacher is talking and they're listening.
great,
Yeah,
great,
culture.
great. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Let's play B.
Let Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
B is the benefits of teacher
Of teacher
talking
talking
time.
time. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
There is one I like very much. I
Uh,
learned English in Brazil. I've never been abroad. I've never took any course abroad. So
mhm.
I think it's fun for students to be able to see a model, a role model of language learning.
So the teacher can provide
Hmm.
uh, good lang language models
Okay. Hmm.
to students.
Hmm.
Nice, nice. Um, if you think about theory, can you relate this to any theory?
High teacher talking time. A bit higher, right? Not necessarily high. Um. Oh, well, the direct method is quite 50-50, isn't it? It's
Yeah, but the
the teacher
TPR
asks
is not.
something and
Right. The TPR is not. So we could use TPR in A or B maybe. Like
Mhm.
total physical response is the one that you um
Oh, sure,
but
I like that.
yeah.
Letter
Yeah.
B is for TPR. Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it fits, or
Uh-huh. I
it
like
goes
fits.
well with certain
teaching
language theory.
approaches.
Oh yeah. Teaching approaches
such as TPR.
such as the TPR, because no, I guess this would be enough, right?
I think that's enough. Yeah. I would just in parentheses write total physical response just to maybe score an extra mark there.
Totally do it. Yeah. I would do it.
Because here we get points for depth as well, right? So the more you can expand on stuff, you're encouraged to.
One more thing, I think that the level, maybe if you talk about teaching advanced levels, the level of the, how do you call it, man? What do you call it now? The instructions, damn it.
Instructions are longer.
It may be necessary for the teacher to contextualize
the lesson
or provide more complex instructions for higher levels. Yep. That could work then. All right. Let's take a look at the answer key.
And for very lower levels as well, right? So imagine you're teaching English to 2- and 3-year-olds. They don't really talk that much now, do they? So it's a lot of teacher
according to
input.
different levels, according to the level, maybe.
Yeah.
According to students' level. There we go. Let's take a look at the answer key. And now is the time when you get mad, because you look at the answer key and you're like, oh, why didn't I say that, right? But of course we cannot keep brainstorming here, because we're gonna take a few minutes, right? Well, for A, let's pick the interesting ones, right? If the teacher talks too much, there is no guarantee that the students understand. Oh yeah, that's kind of obvious, right? They can get confused or lost, and always, because that's something that is gonna provoke some sort of negativity in the classroom. Students, especially if you're dealing with adults, they don't cope well with that feeling of like, I don't understand my teacher. So you wouldn't be very safe.
Yeah. And white noise is probably racist. I wouldn't use it, Cambridge.
I would never write that down. Learners can get frustrated, bored, or switch off if they're being talked at. So students talking time can raise learners' engagement and motivation and confidence. So yes, kind of obvious too. One that
you know what gets my attention here is how much hedging there is. Speaking is often a high priority. Learners can get. There is no guarantee. So it's always
uncertain.
There's this tentative language, right? Because you cannot be sure, right? So speaking is a high priority for learners. Well, maybe not all learners, right? Maybe it's a writing course. Maybe it's a reading course. So, yeah.
Let's take a look at B. Oh, by the way, this is not a task that we came up with. This is a task that comes from one of the mocks that Cambridge offers. So anyway, if you were going to do that mock, maybe you shouldn't look at the answer key.
Oh, I really like the first one. To build relationship with learners. That's obvious. Oh my.
Isn't it? It provides models, the one we mentioned. Yeah. The natural approach. It fits in with natural approach. Yeah. TTT is needed to provide feedback to tasks. Yes, that's very useful, a very useful one, right? Necessary use of the TTT. It is
It's a bit
needed
of
in
Vygotsky there.
certain approaches. TPR, Audiolingo, yeah, it is there. Well, I think we have a wrap. And this is
We
the
do.
last
It's a
video
very nice task.
for Delta Module 1. Actually, not the
Yes.
last one, because we kind of have a surprise. We are going to bring in some people to talk about their experience with the Delta Module 1 and the Delta in general. So you'll see that next week. Probably the videos we already recorded some time ago, but it's coming out next week. All right. So yes, Bruno, any feelings regarding this task? Something else you want to add?
No, I think the suggestion here would be to do what your tutors told you to do. When you get to paper 2, first thing you do is read task 3, and then go back to task 1, so that your brain is kind of working on some ideas there.
Yeah, it's there at the back of your head, and you might work something out. Yeah, very useful one. And that it's kind of a fun task, but again, a little bit of a lottery ticket. But I mean, it depends on how experienced you are. If you are experienced, and again, the Delta is not it's not a diploma for teachers who are not very experienced. So if you haven't got those years of experience, maybe you play safe, wait a little, right? Take a while.
But it's an interesting task. Still, I find it a lot of fun to discuss with friends at bar tables.
we like, you can have a debate with teachers on this, right? Always a good one.
Definitely. This is it, right?
Thank you very much for watching this video. We hope it helped. And if you're thinking about the Delta, go through all the videos that we've posted, and then maybe you can, get the hang of things and decide whether you were ready for it, and then go for an actual prep course. Really we always recommend that you do this, right? This is not one of those tasks that you can do on your own. You got to take a prep course. You got to play safe. It's a lot of money as well. It's an expensive course and an expensive test. So I always recommend that you take a prep course.
Definitely.
Well, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, now is the time. Please do it. I'm speaking a little in a weird way because I got my braces off today. Right? So
That's nice.
It's just a happy day. I'm elated today.
That's great.
I'm pronouncing things and it's weird, feels weird. But anyway, well, folks, give us a like, leave us a comment. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next video. We're coming. We're gonna keep posting on Delta as we move along with our courses. Bruno with Delta Module 3 and myself with Delta Module 2. But new courses will be coming out, right? And you get to know very soon.
Yes. All right.
Thank you.
See you, everyone.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.